good. Hand drill. So tarp, just watch this as you're doing tarp. Notice how it has to be like that.
Okay, elbows.
Yeah, so you got to rotate the humerus.
Yep.
So it's not as simple as pointing the elbows down, because if I point my elbows down, see what happens to my hands?
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually, the hands are there and you rotate the elbows down. And when we do that, you'll find that there's a spiral energy that goes through the arms, and that creates a structure. So that torque is what creates a structure. So it's not bend the elbow down, okay? It's out, stretch it out in position, and then rotate. Yeah, so it's not bend. That's very different. Rotate. Yeah, hands apart. So your middle fingers, right, is the outside of your shoulder. The middle, outside of the shoulder, middle fingers.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. And hands out, and then rotate the elbows. Yeah, sink the chest. Sink your chest. Yeah, that's it.
I have to push it too.
Yeah, press it down though, as opposed to in. So it's down, it's like this, as opposed to that. They're two different actions. So if you see, watch this, when I go back,
Yep.
see, it throws my weight backwards. I want to do this, sink. So my axis doesn't shift. I sink the chest. Yeah, so it's down, press down. Yeah, chop.
Is it, how straight is the chop?
What do you mean by straight?
45
At what angle?
It's 90, so
Yeah, so it comes down to my waist. So my waist is above the hip, and the edge of my wrist is at my waist.
Okay.
So my fingers will go where they go,
Yep.
and my hands are whatever level it happens to be. So the application is something's coming up, and remember there's 3 components of power.
Yep.
So I trap it early. I go down, out, and forward.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Pointing out, aren't we?
Yeah. And your hands need to be striking into the soft area of your opponent. Yeah. That's better. Yep. 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 Yep.
I haven't noticed when I was driving here before, because I always try and bend my elbows when I drive, and I went, oh, they're bending in more than they normally do.
Yeah.
So
Good. Yeah, that's
obviously
good.
There's something
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. One of our gingmos, Dick, who's got a medical background, he actually named the one muscle that does that action, and I can't tell you what that name is because it was Latin, you know, their Latin anatomical name. But he said that the only time it gets activated, the only time, and he's studied it because he's an orthopedic surgeon, is when your arm is out, level to the ground, and you rotate. So any other time you do it, it's not happening. Yeah. So he said it's that muscle that does that rotation. Yeah. He was so happy when he, because it's how many years has Dick been doing Tai Chi with us now? Goodness. Yeah. Yeah. But the front hand cannot move. Yeah. That's better. Yeah. Don't pull back. Straight out. Yes, that's better. Thumb in. Yeah. Yeah. So middle fingers, the longest finger, isn't it, is shoulder width, which is outside of the...
So is that about
Yep,
there?
that's it.
Okay, so it's fairly wide. So
Yeah,
I'll be-
it's because it's not the shoulder socket.
Yep.
It's outside of the shoulder.
Okay. So I've been doing way too
Yeah, too close.
So there.
Yeah. Yeah, finish the drill. Yeah.
Finish the drill?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Keep going. Okay, sink the chest. Yeah. Build up.
Build out. Sorry.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so go back. Build out. Throughout the technique, build out, the armpit has to stay open. So there's no point where it closes to open again.
Okay.
Okay? And it's very hard to do. And initially it'll feel like you've got no power,
Yes.
right? Which is good. That's a good thing.
Okay.
Actually means the action is correct. If you feel powerful, it actually means that you've pulled back and you've gone back to using your bicep. Right? So, build out, build out, build out, build out. See, my armpit stays open the whole time. So it's not that.
Right.
Okay? Try that. It's better. Okay, continue. Yeah. Ah, yeah, you see that? You felt it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So I should have been a...
And it's straight out.
So finish the gaucho is...
Gaucho, ready position.
Yep.
Dao. It's just
And then it's just...
squeeze it out. Dao. Yeah. So armpits stay open. That's better. It will feel like you're not powerful. That's what you have to aim for.
Okay.
Shoulder down, and your turn sideways. Open the left quad. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Don't pull back. So, pok, bill, as opposed to pok. See, I've closed my armpit.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Pok, bill. Pok, bill. Yep. Yeah, that's better. No, yeah, okay, you go back. Bill cell, shoulder height. You just on that one, you went bill cell, eye level.
Ah, we're on...
Yeah.
Bumba?
Bun bum up. Yeah. Bill. Yeah. Yeah. Shoulder. Again, Bill. Yeah. Yeah.
I just keep forgetting the forward. Is it build?
Dao.
Build out.
So the pattern is you started doing Bill Dao in Sa Zhao Gong part 1,
Yes.
and then you did Chao Got in part 2.
Yep.
So you do the ending, the forward is
Same way.
Bill Dao. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. Good.
Feel it.
Yes, that's good. What is it that you think makes you put more effort in?
It's a good question. trying to strike, I suppose. Trying to make sure there's a strike there. Mm-hmm. So to do that, I put effort in.
It's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? Because I find that's the same for me too. My default is to get feedback.
Yeah. Yep.
And we kind of do that for everything,
Yep.
isn't it? You send an email and you expect some feedback.
Yep.
You make a comment and you want your colleagues to give you some feedback. Very seldom in those glimpses, like for me, in those glimpses where I am absolutely clear about this thought in my head and I don't ask for feedback, is when I'm most powerful.
Okay.
People go, oh, all right, now we get it. I don't mind that people have a different opinion, but it's very clear for me. And I find that's most noticeable with my toddler.
Okay.
Right, you think back as a parent, right? Think back. And now too, even though your children are adults.
Yep.
When you're very clear about something and you go, this is the way it is, they go, oh, okay, got it, Dad.
Yep.
There's no fight.
Yep.
When you've kind of like, I'm kind of clear, like if we're just anything but clear and we're expecting some feedback, there's that proverbial, right,
Yep.
shit fight that happens,
Yep.
basically. And with the toddler, he's still learning about how to express himself, so it's just a meltdown. Now, I see that in all parts of my life, as well as in my practice.
Okay.
So when I look for feedback, then it takes a lot of effort. When I just stick to how it feels for me, and I'm following this principle, and I don't expect feedback, I don't feel the same taxing.
Okay.
Right? I get into a groove, like just before you guys came, I was doing my practice. I get into a groove and it feels good and it's kind of self-perpetuating. It makes me go further and I go longer and I've got more energy and I go lower and I get more powerful and it feels better. And I just keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay.
Right? And I don't have to stop. When I look for feedback, I need to take breaks.
Okay.
And that's the key for me. So the lesson for me is whenever I do a technique, I follow a principle, I don't ask for feedback.
Okay.
And then I just keep investigating whether I am lining up with that principle or not, rather than do I feel as though I'm effective. They're two different things. And that's really the key to mastering our kung fu.
Okay. So not powering up to.
Not trying to feel effective.
Yeah.
The moment we feel effective,
Yep.
we are ineffective.
Okay.
The moment we are,
Okay.
okay? Because think about it, right? If I was a bomb and I was totally enclosed, right? Oh, better still, don't even have the bomb. High-powered rifle,
Yeah.
right? Technology, high-powered rifle, bang! I've got no kickback. Every part of the energy is going forward.
Yeah. Right.
Right? And the bullet doesn't think about anything. It just, the explosion goes off. It's got a tunnel to go through. The energy just goes through that tunnel and whew, out it goes. And because the technology in this rifle is so good that there's no, what's it called? Recoil. Thanks, Daniel. Because there's no recoil, it actually means I'm really accurate.
Yeah.
And my bullet will just hit its target as I've pointed it.
Yep.
Right? And there's no recoil. And what do? We end up doing it again. And we can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until I'm tired of holding the rifle up.
Yep.
So our technique's the same.
Okay.
We don't want recoil. Recoil is the feedback. If I go, yeah, oh yeah, that felt good. It looked good, sounded good, felt good. A whole lot of recoil. So I'm like, you know, an early 1900s rifle where I'm big, I'm heavy and noisy and a whole lot of stuff and everything goes everywhere, right? And it slams me in the shoulder and I can only do that 3 times and then I'm done. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So our technique is the same. We don't want feedback.
Okay.
If we start searching for feedback, and one of the telltale signs of it is when you get tired really quickly.
Yeah. Good.
Because it means the whole body is working hard to do a whole lot of stuff it doesn't need to do.
So, Si Fu, does it feel then like your muscles are relaxed? I mean, I don't feel like it's a fine line between switching off power and just...
So form without tension, that's what we're lking for. Okay, so form, the poles that hold up this ceiling, right, or a tree that holds up its branches and leaves.
Yep.
There's no tension. It just is.
Yep.
Right? To tense it would be you pull it back and it's held in, there's tension. So there's movement and shaking, it's ready to go, everything's holding it. That's not what we want. So there's form without tension. You can't hold a form if there's no structure. But I don't want tension because that is fighting itself.
Yep.
So it's not floppy, not relaxed, not floppy. It's form without tension.
Yes.
Okay? Cool.